going on, guys? Mateo Potato back here with another video for you, and this time we're going all the way to Japan for this review. Not really, but we're going over to Japan's G1 in this... I suck at this. After G1 ended here with the Rebirth cartoon and 4-part miniseries, Japan decided to take it over and do their own trilogy of G1 known as Headmasters, Victory, and Master Force. Now, I have a strange fondness for these G1 Japanese cartoons, Victory being my favorite, but we're going to go ahead and take a look at Master Force for this review. Master Force was kind of a mix of everything, really. You had Power Masters, you had G1 characters showing up, but most of those new characters made up two new groups of Autobots. You had the Power Masters, and you had the Headmaster Juniors. Siren, Minerva, Nightbeat, and this guy. This is G1 Hosehead, or Cab, I guess as he's known in Japan. Now, this guy's not really anything special when you look at him from afar, but to be honest, he's probably one of my favorite of the Headmaster Juniors. Because yes, we've already had a lot of cars, and we had already had police vehicles, and we had already had emergency vehicles. But if I'm remembering correctly, we only ever had 2 fire trucks in Inferno and Artfire. Hosehead here would be the third. Why did we not get more fire trucks? I mean, come on. Anyways, as I mentioned earlier, Hosehead was a member of the Headmaster Juniors. Essentially, they were children who found Autobot bodies and decided to become headmasters, which essentially means that Hosehead is, in fact, a headmaster. This is Lug, and he is really, really small. I mean, super small. He doesn't do a whole lot except sit in his little seat in the middle of the fire truck in vehicle mode. His arms don't move, and the only articulation he has is the hinge for transformation into head mode. Speaking of head mode, Hosehead's face is just great. It's all detailed looking, the blue visor is painted up real nice, and nice silver face with lumptious lips and a pointed nose and chin. He's supposed to have a helmet that sits over Lug in robot mode and it has little hoses on the side, which is ironically where he gets his name. Do you get it? This is clever. Also, if you go ahead and grab the chest panel here, you can go ahead and flip it down and it'll give you Headmaster stats. Talking about the upper torso now, the upper torso is just littered in a bunch. You've got rectangles and lines and more rectangles and a block. His lower legs aren't as detailed as the upper torso, but you know, you have prominent feet. And he's also rocking this ladder backpack here, which makes for an excellent handle to hold him by if you want to show him off a little bit. Also, the ladder extends, like he's overcompensating for some. Articulation is not very much either. You know, his arms can move forward and back. Head can't turn due to the Headmaster. And his legs are on a ratchet mono leg. So, not a lot that you can... But let's go ahead and get this guy transformed up into his fire truck mode. Look at this little lumptious fire truck. It's all blocky and squat. Kind of like Inferno if Inferno was a baby. You know, his transformation is kind of similar to Inferno's. I mean, it's a lot less complicated, but at the same time, it's very similar. You know, the arms kind of fold up to become the back of this really chunky and blocky fire truck rear end. And the ladder just kind of sits and rests on the top, like the Inferno toy. His Lug, like I said, is supposed to have a little chair that sits right here, made out of the helmet that covers his face. But I don't really have one. So here he is, sitting on top of the ladder instead. Honestly, my only complaint about this is the Headmaster, you know, socket in the back. But I can live with that. It's not tragic. He's gonna stay in robot mode anyways, so... G1 Hosehead then is, you know, not the most memorable figure from G1, but will always stand out to me as being the second fire truck mold that I ever messed with. He's a great taste of Japanese G1 stuff that America kind of found too weird to bring over here and never really accepted. You know, I just feel like they deserve more. Hosehead never did anybody any wrong. I mean, look at him. He's too sweet. So that's it for this review, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, do whatever it is you guys do, and I will see you all in my next video. And until then, bye-bye.